These are definitely very uncertain days that we live in, aren't they? Maybe you're feeling a real sense of uncertainty about your future, your job, your health, pension, all sorts of plans, different things. We just don't know what's going to happen with this whole COVID crisis. And yet for us as God's people, that's why we also, though, have great comfort, don't we, in being able to turn to our God. At the beginning of the psalm that we're looking at today, Psalm 65, we get this expression about God saying, praise waits him. Why does praise wait God? Well, I'm sure you all know. Let me just give a quick reminder that is an overview of this wonderful Psalm 65. Well, praise awaits God because he's the one who saves, he's the one who rules, he's the one who provides. And that aspect of God providing is something that we need to hear at the moment, don't we? When we are naturally concerned about how we're going to be provided for in certain ways because of what we're all living through at the moment. And the psalmist turns to God, and he's obviously praying about this, and he finds wonderfully in verse 2 that praise also awaits God, not just because he's the one who saves, he's the one who rules, he's the one who provides, but he's the one who answers. We talked, and I think I mentioned this a couple of days ago, about the phrase that prayer changes things. But I like this other phrase instead more. I think prayer changes us. That's why we pray to God, because it breaks us and it humbles us. It causes us to see our great need of God. It gives us renewed confidence, because as we turn to him and we depend on him like the little children that we are, we find that he's a God who wonderfully hears and answers and meets our needs. Just look how it goes on. And as I said, prayer changes us. We find in verse 3, when we turn to God and we trust in him, we find he's the one. You, verse 3, forgive us. Verse 4, you choose us. Verse 5, again, you answer us. Verse 9, you care for us. Verse 10, you maintain all things that are necessary for us. God, when we turn to you in prayer, we find that you give and you give and you give. And he's the God who doesn't stop giving to us as people, to us as children, because he loves us more than we could ever imagine. Oh, what a God is ours.